In 1895, a man saw the future. There were no machines, no spaceships, no artificial intelligence, but what H.G. Wells saw was humanity's darkest fate. 800,000 years later, the human race had split into two. One beautiful but foolish, the other savage but intelligent. And between them, cannibalism. This isn't science fiction. It's a warning. Today, I'll tell you about the dark vision of the time machine and why it's still relevant 130 years later. In 30 minutes, you'll understand. H.G. Wells wasn't wrong. He was just ahead of his time. Let's begin. Who is this man? H.G. Wells. Herbert George Wells, born in 1866, English. He came from a poor family. His father's business failed. His family fell into poverty. But Wells studied. He loved science. He wrote. In 1895, The Time Machine was published. His first novel. He was 29. And the world changed. Because Wells wasn't the first, but he was the best. He popularized the concept of time travel. But his true genius? He used science fiction as social criticism. The Time Machine is not just an adventure. It is a critique of capitalism, a critique of class division, a critique of humanity. He wrote it in 1895, but it is still relevant in 2025. Why? Let's see. Story summary. The Time Machine. The story goes like this. There is a scientist called the Time Traveler. He builds a time machine. First, he travels a few hours into the future, then days, then years. Finally, he travels 802,701 years into the future. That's 800,000 years from now. And what does he find? Two races. First race, the Eloi. Beautiful people, small, graceful, childlike. They eat fruit, they dance, they laugh, but they're fools, cowards. They know nothing. No books, no technology, no curiosity. They simply exist. Second race, Morlocks. They live underground, in the dark, ugly, pale, like monkeys, but they are intelligent. They build machines. They construct underground cities. And the most shocking truth? The Morlocks eat the Eloi. Yes, cannibalism. When night falls, the Morlocks emerge to the surface. They abduct the Eloi. They take them underground. And they eat them. The time traveler is terrified. He flees. He travels to the future, 30 million years into the future. And there, the world is dying. The sun is dying out. There is no life, only darkness. Terrified, he turns back to his own time, and he realizes humanity is doomed. The true meaning, class struggle. Now, the deeper meaning. Wells didn't just write adventure stories. He wrote metaphors. Who are the Eloi? The wealthy, the aristocracy, the upper class. In 1895, the wealthy in England lived in castles. They didn't work. They simply enjoyed themselves. Just like the Eloi. Beautiful, clean. But they have no brains, because they don't have to work. They don't have to think. Who are the Morlocks? Workers. People working in factories. Underground mines. In 1895, workers in England were working underground, 14 hours a day, in the dark, just like the Morlocks. Ugly, sickly, but strong, because they have to work to survive. And now we come to the shocking part. Wells says, in the future, the rich and the workers will turn into separate species. Evolution will make the rich stupid because they don't work. Evolution will make the workers savage because they live in the dark. And in the end, the workers will eat the rich. Isn't that a metaphor? Yes, it's a metaphor. But let's look at today. The rich live in penthouses. They do nothing. They pose on Instagram. Workers toil in Amazon warehouses, 12 hours on, without even being able to go to the loo. What's the difference? Wells wrote this 130 years ago. But it's the same problem. There's still class division. There's still inequality. There's still exploitation. Scientific predictions. Wells was right. But it wasn't just social criticism. Wells also made scientific predictions, and some of them turned out to be correct. Prediction 1. The relativity of time. In 1895, Wells wrote, "Time is not fixed. It can change." No one believed him. In 1905, Einstein published The Theory of Relativity. Time is flexible. It changes with speed. Wells had said this 10 years earlier. Prediction 2. The sun will die. In the time machine, the sun dies. The earth dies. In 1895, saying this was madness. Today we know the sun will die in 5 billion years. Wells was right. Prediction 3. Human evolution will continue. Wells said, humans will continue to change. He carried Darwin's theory into the future. Today we know, evolution doesn't stop. The human species is still changing. Prediction 4. Technology will advance, but humanity will regress. Wells's darkest prediction. Technology will advance, but humanity will become more foolish. Let's look at 2025. Phones are smart. People, watching TikTok. AI is writing. Humans, not thinking. Machines are doing the maths. Humans can't do addition. Was Wells right? You decide. Comparison. Films versus book. There are 3 film adaptations of The Time Machine, the 1960 version, the 2002 version, and others. But none of them understood the book. The 1960 film, colorful, entertaining, an adventure. The Morlocks are like monsters. The Eloi are like princesses. In the end, the hero wins. A happy ending. But there is no happy ending in the book. In the book, the time traveler loses. Humanity dies. The film didn't show this, because the audience wants a happy ending. 2002. Film. Darker, more serious, but still incomplete. They skipped Wells' social critique. They just went for the action. What's the problem? Films want entertainment. The book wants the truth. Wells wrote, humanity is preparing its own demise. Films did. The hero arrived, saved everyone. They are 2 different things. If you want to see the truth, read the book. Films are entertaining. Books are unsettling. But what is unsettling is necessary. It is 2026. Wells' The Time Machine is 130 years old. Is it still relevant? Yes, and in a terrifying way. Let's look at today. Eloi equals influencers 10 million followers on Instagram. Beautiful, rich, famous, but they have no brains. They don't read books. They don't think. They just pose. Just like the Eloi. Morlock equals gig workers. They work in Amazon warehouses. They drive for Uber. They deliver food. They work 12-hour shifts. No breaks. No health insurance. They're invisible. But the system would collapse without them. Just like the Morlocks. What's the difference? Wells wrote, the Morlocks will eat the Eloi. Today, the system is devouring the workers. It devours them for consumption. Capitalism devours them. The metaphor is becoming reality. And the most terrifying part, Wells said, people will become stupid. Today's average attention span, 8 seconds. TikTok videos, 15 seconds. No one is reading books. No one is thinking. We're just consuming. Wells warned us in 1895. Aren't we listening in 2026? What should we do? Is there a solution? So what should we do? Wells' book is bleak. But is there any hope? Yes, there is. Wells wrote, mankind is preparing its own doom. But we're not there yet. We're not 800,000 years in the future. We're in 2025. We can still change things. How? 1. Read. Read books. Think. Learn. Not TikTok. Books. 2. Question. Question the system. Why is it like this? Could it be better? Don't passively accept, actively question. 3. Show empathy. Don't be an Eloi. Don't ignore the Morlocks. Workers are human. Show respect. 4. Find balance. Technology isn't bad, but use it in balance. Be a human who uses AI but thinks. Wells' message. Humanity chooses its own future. What will we choose? To be Eloi, foolish and lazy? To be Morlocks, savage and lonely? Or human, balanced and conscious? The choice is ours. H.G. Wells wrote The Time Machine in 1895. 130 years have passed. The book is still relevant, still uncomfortable, still necessary. Because Wells didn't just write about the future. He warned us. If humanity continues like this, this is the end. Did we listen? No. But it's not too late. Now some questions for you. Did you like this video? Give it a like. Would you like more classic sci-fi analysis? Subscribe. Have you read The Time Machine? Leave a comment. Next video. H.G. Wells predicted the atomic bomb in 1914. The Time Machine isn't science fiction. It's a mirror. Read the book. See yourself. See society. And ask, are we the Eloi or the Morlocks? Or are we still human? The answer lies with you. Thank you. See you soon.